Hello professor, hello classmate, and hello whoever is watching this video. Well, in this video I am going to talk about the English consonant. I think that understanding the consonant sounds is essential for clear communication and learning, language learning. This topic, they help with meanings and speech, improving listening, comprehension, and communication skills. Knowing consonant sound provide foundation for studying phonetics and phonology. So let's start. Length is how the length of vowels in English can be varied depending of consonant that precede or follows them. That is the ability of English consonant to shorten or lengthen a presenting vowel. With each presenting vowel is a vowel that appears before a consonant in a word. So we have a nasals and lateral that can also influence length of presenting vowel.
For example, in a word like simple, the fourth consonant p in simple shortens the presenting vowel e, while the lengthy consonant v in symbol lengthens it.
Also, the plosive, affricate, and fricatives can influence the length of the presenting vowel.
For example, in words like scent, the fourth consonant in scent shortens the presenting vowel, while the lengthy consonant d in scent lengthens it.
Okay, in a simple word, the voicing or sonority is refers to whether the vocal cord vibrate during the producing of a song. So we have two cases, voiceless and voiced. Voiced is when the vocal cords vibrate, and voiceless is when the vocal cords don't vibrate. That's all. And also we have a fortis and lenis. Fortis is when there is a greater, more muscle tension, and lenis is when it is there is not a greater muscle tension. And also we have a devoicing. Devoicing is a process by which voice consonant becomes a voiceless consonant and marked with the corresponding diacritic. The diacritic is a symptom used the phonetic transcription to indicate that a consonant has been devoiced. Okay, let's continue with aspiration. Aspiration is the period of time without vocal cord vibration that occurs after the release of certain sound in English, such as p, t, k.
For example, in the word purse, the p at the beginning is aspirated. After releasing the sound p, there is a brief moment of silence before the vocal cords beginning to vibrate for the next vowel. This represented as in phonetic transcription.
The aspiration have three rules. One rule is strong aspiration.
Sounds like p, t, k are strongly aspirated when in stressed syllables. For example, in come at 10 past.
The second rule is weak aspiration.
They are weakly aspirated in unstressed syllables, and usually at the end of a word. It is not marked in the description. For example, the upper lip.
And the third rule is sense of aspiration.
There is no aspiration when these sounds are preceded by s. For example, the school staff.
Okay, let's continue with types of release. The English clauses are not always released the same way. They may present the following alternatives. We have no audible release, oral release, nasal release, lateral release, and glottal release, I think. I'm not sure, but yes. In simple words, oral release is when quick release after the sound, usually with aspiration.
For example, oral relief occlusive like p, t, have repeat release when followed by vowels or semivowels. This may include brief period of aspiration after the sound. For example, pure tobacco. The p in pure is normally released before the vowel. Imagine saying pure and letting go of the air when saying the p.
No audible is when no audible before release breaks, common in informal speech.
For example, in the final position before breaks, the occlusive can be released silently. This happens when there is a weak opening that of the closure or not release. For example, in the word outright, the t at the end of right is not clearly heard because there is not a strong burst of air. Imagine saying all right quickly without clearly pronouncing the t at the end.
Nasal release is released through the nose when followed by nasals.
When an occlusive is followed by nasal like and the release can be nasal instead of oral. For example, you can get a night. That in get is released through the nose when followed by the in nine. Imagine saying get nine and noticing how the air comes out through the nose when changing from t to
Is release of to the side of the tongue when followed by l. Okay, let's continue with variation of articulation, please. In phonetics, sounds can influence each other when combined in words and sentences. We explain places of articulation of certain sound can change depending on the phonetic environment. So we have a bilaterization.
Here, sounds like ng. These sounds are articulated further back in the mouth when followed by a front vowel, and further forward when followed by back vowel. For example, in the word keep is articulated further forward because the k is followed by the front vowel. Another word, for example, cool, is articulated further back because the k is followed by the back vowel. Another example could be quiet has been an intermediate articulation because the k is followed by which is a back sound, but it also influenced by the follow from vowel.
Also, we have a alveolarization.
Sounds like t, d, l. These sounds are articulated dentally when followed by and the post-alveolar region when followed by on dr. For example, in the word articulated with dental t because the t is followed by th. And another word could be drip is articulated posalveolar because the d is followed by r. And another example could be interest with posalveolar t because the t is followed by r.
And labiodentalization.
Sounds like and these sounds are articulated labiodentally when followed by f and v. For example, in word in forest is articulated with labiodental n because the n is followed by f.
So that's all. I hope you liked this video, especially to you, professor. And I hope you have learned a little more with me. You know, you already know that understanding this topic is crucial when speaking or understanding other people. And of course, they understand you. So that's all. Bye. See you.